Good afternoon. You are listening to the Drivetime show with Paula and Steph. Sadly, just without Steph this week. But I am here. I will be here for the next few hours. But I am not alone. I am joined in studio this evening with Kate Williams and Andy Winter. Hello, how are you doing?
Hello.
Very well, thank you.
Good. And you are here to tell us about Sleep Easy, is that right?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
If you are a regular listener, you might have heard in the last few weeks us mention this event a few times. In fact, we had Gina in last week with Connor and Natalie, if you remember, telling us about this event as well and how it's helped them. And so we're ready to hear a little bit of another perspective this week. We even have a participant of the show. Kate's going to participate this Friday, so I'm very excited to hear all about that. So stay tuned. Within the next half an hour, we have a lot of YMCA updates for you. I am joined by Kate and Andy. Hello.
Hello.
Hello again.
Thank you so much for joining us. Would you like to both explain a little bit of what your roles within the YMCA or within the Sleep Easy event are?
Yeah, sure. Well, I'll kick off tonight.
Okay.
So my role is within the YMCA is I lead the team that delivers our work. So that's a great privilege, and it's quite a burden as well.
Yeah.
Because clearly, like most organisations, we're really struggling for funds to do the work that we do. So this sort of event is really important to us. It's this year, I think we've got something like 60, just a few over 60 folks sleeping out, which will be the largest year that we've had so far.
Oh wow, that's exciting.
And I guess that going with that, the fundraising obviously is going very well as well. So that will help to support our work over the coming year. And of course, the other side of this is that it raises the whole issue about young people and homelessness, which is well, it's been an issue. We were just saying off air, weren't we? It's been an issue for the last sort of 30 years at least. And whilst there are always some people that will choose to be a rough sleeper, that's not usually the case for young people. And most young people don't sleep rough. They don't actually end up on the streets, they end up on other people's sofas. So for those of us that have teenage children, or have had teenage children in my case, there will have been moments when friends will have been part of that cohort. And it's sad because we don't really know how many young people there are that are in that. It's a sort of hidden number of homeless. I mean, I've got some figures sitting on bits of paper in front of me tonight, and it suggests that actually at any one time there's around 300,000 young people in the country that are homeless.
Wow.
That's really true. I find that a horrific sort of figure. That's 3 Wembley stadiums full of young people. I was trying to work out earlier on, I reckon that's about 150 kilometres if they all stood in a line.
My goodness.
That's from here to London, 90 miles.
Yeah, and that's just it's just young
Every
people?
night. Just young people, 16 to 24 to 25 year olds. So it is a big issue for us. And I don't think it's so much in that sense a big P political issue, but it is a political issue. Actually, there shouldn't be any young person that ever has to sleep in a homeless state.
Yeah. So
it's part of what we're about is raising the issue and letting people know about it. And thanks to you as well, Paula, we're here tonight to help do that.
So how do you see the event Sleep Easy? Is it bringing awareness? Is it raising funds to help with it? How will that help tackle youth homelessness?
Yes, it's doing both of those things. I mean, Kate will tell you in a minute. I expect how she heard and signed up to support the event. And so that's evidence in itself, isn't it? That actually the
Raising
message
awareness.
is getting out there.
Yeah.
And the more that we become aware of it, hopefully, the more we can slowly do together to make a difference to change that number. Obviously, within the city, that's what we're particularly concerned about. But if we can do it in Coventry, then others in other cities can begin to do the same.
Absolutely. And if you are a listener and you remember last week, we actually had Natalie and Connor, who are current residents of YMCA, and they're both young people. And funding from YMCA helped them to get off the streets and get out of really risky situations that they were in. And now are both really flourishing. Connor was telling us about his job. In fact, he was even interested in working here at Radio Plus. He was asking me all about it and how I could volunteer. And none of that would have been possible if it wasn't for events like Sleep Easy, who have raised money so that you can provide safety and security and a place to stay for these young people. So really worthwhile getting involved in. And Kate, this is your first time, is that right, ever getting involved in a Sleep Easy event?
Yep, I'm a complete newbie to this. Newbie. It was going back a few weeks ago. I was having a conversation with a colleague of mine, Elaine, who's actually taking part on Friday. And within a couple of hours I'd signed up, and that was it. I'd got my fundraising page and I was ready to go. And I was saying to Andy earlier, the first thing that came into my head straight away was my son Jay. He's going to be 16 next week. And for him, such a priority as a parent, and a lot of parents out there I'm sure will agree, putting your child to bed where they're safe, where they're warm, where they're happy is something that you do as part of your everyday life. And in some respects you do take that for granted, and you know, if you're cold you put the heating on, if you know something's not right you change it. But then obviously hearing so much in such a short space of time about how this is happening to our own city, and the city that I call home, and the city that my family live in, it was a complete eye-opener for me, and it was quite scary. In fact, it was very scary to think my son lives in this city. So it was a situation where I thought anything that I can do, I'll do. And I'm apprehensive, obviously, because if I'm cold, I put the heating on, whereas on Friday that's going to be a little bit different. But I'm excited because you can see the funds going higher and higher and higher, and the people that are organising it have been fantastic, and what they're doing for us for that night, you know, they are making it so much more enjoyable for us to do, and to feel like it's so worthwhile. But in reality it's only one night. But on the other hand, if there's that small thing that we can do that's going to make that little bit of a difference, then I'm in. Count me in.
Yeah, amazing, really exciting. A few weeks ago we had Bosse come in and tell us about the event. She had done it the year before, and so she was giving us some tips and saying things like bring like just lots of, she's going to bring her onesie or lots of like warm layers because it will get cold, but actually she was making it sound really fun. So it sounds like obviously it's a very serious issue, but actually the event sounds like it's going to be quite fun too. How are you feeling about it? Nervous or excited?
I'm excited. I am excited, but then the other part of me wants to remember why I'm doing it as well. So I'm as prepared, I think, as I can be. I've had people, you know, my mum bought me thermals and boots, you know, all these kind of things. So I'd rather be over prepared than under prepared. But yeah, I am excited. It'll be nice to meet all the people and why they want to do it, what their views are, and is there a particular reason, because everybody has certain charities that are close to their heart for personal reasons, and this charity is obviously close to certain people, and it would be interesting to know why is it so close to their hearts.
Yeah, absolutely. You were talking about your son and him being a motivation for doing it. Is he going to join you, and what does he think of you doing it?
He's very proud of me, I know that. He's going to be at home with my husband, nice and warm. So they're going to be nice and cosy, but I'm hoping they're going to be thinking of me. That's what I'm hoping. I might even phone them at, you know, maybe 1 or 2 in the morning just to make sure that they're still really proud of me. And try and convince my husband to pick me up at 7 a.m. He doesn't know that.
Thank you both so much for coming in and telling us about the event. I hope it goes really well for you both on Friday.
Thank you for having us.
Let us know how it goes. Send us an email or something. Really looking forward to hearing about it. Not massively jealous of the cold, but you know, unfortunately I can't be there this Friday, but I'm really excited to find out how it goes, and I hope you get lots and lots of support. Thank you both so much.
Thank you.
Thanks, Paula.